What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on you.
So what kind of weapons were used to gun down these police officers, and where could someone get them? Joining us now is forensic expert Jennifer Berenger, and she has some more insight on that. Jennifer, you've been here listening to all of this as it has unfolded. What are your thoughts about the weapons that were possibly used in this attack?
Well, certainly we'll know more coming up. But for now, unfortunately, just with laws as they are, and especially being in Texas, there's a lot of hunting that goes on there. These guys could have used hunting rifles, in fact. The big difference between an assault rifle and a hunting rifle is, frankly, the scope that one puts on it, and scopes can be purchased online. So I know that a lot of your guests have been saying that perhaps this was a very planned attack, but in theory, this could have been done on spur of the moment with a hunting rifle very easily. As long as it was a double-shot weapon, they could easily do it with something that you could purchase at a grocery store.
And what's also interesting, and I did a little bit of research into this and was not aware of it, perhaps I'm sure other people are, you are, that you can go into these gun shops and you can buy adapters, right, which can adapt a gun and make it an assault or a semi-assault, or can make it an assault rifle?
That's right. It will certainly allow the rifle to shoot faster, which may have been what they were hearing. Well, for now, we know that there may have even been more than one person involved, more than one shooter, but even if it were just the one, it could have been a hunting rifle that had a good scope on it, that had been modified, as you say, or maybe even not modified. A lot of times you can hear a lot of echoes, things like that, but he could certainly shoot quickly enough, and from the vantage point that he had above, that could have been done with something that you could purchase almost anywhere at this point.
Yeah, we're looking at the video there as you're speaking, and you actually see some of the flashes from the gun as he fired.
And Jennifer, one of the Twitter videos that someone had posted where they basically became a citizen journalist, where we heard the pop, 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 it was about the 50 or 60 shots that have been being described. You're saying that that doesn't necessarily mean that that was an automatic weapon, or those were automatic weapons.
That's correct. It doesn't necessarily mean that. A lot of times it can seem faster than it actually is, but as long as you have a rifle that has a clip and it's not a situation where your bullet actually has to be ejected in between, like a single action rifle, you can shoot rather quickly. Very.
And in terms of the crime scene itself and what investigators would be looking for at this point, clearly they would be looking for gun casings, bullets, all of that type of thing.
Absolutely. And they could easily pull DNA off that in case if you wanted to find out who else was involved. It obviously isn't just the one shooter. So, there may have been one shooter, but certainly there were others involved.
And Jennifer, as far as they were mentioning throughout the night, and one of the suspects had threatened that there might be other explosive devices placed either in that facility that they were shooting from, that parking garage, or throughout the city. What are your thoughts on that as morning breaks there?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on you.